What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Q&A session here on my YouTube channel. First off, how do you get your question answered by me on one of my Q&A videos? It's easy. Make sure you guys are following me on social media at SwimMiller on Twitter with 1M and at Cody Miller on Instagram. When I post a picture asking for questions, that's your best chance. Let's do this. I promised you guys I was gonna do a Q&A video every single day this week because I get so many questions from you guys, and one of my favorite things about this YouTube channel is being able to interact with the viewers, and I like that. So I am gonna keep doing these Q&As every single day to make sure I try to get as many questions answered as I can. If you don't get your question answered by me, keep sending them in, don't get discouraged, try. Maybe it'll happen someday. I just had dinner, I just fed my dogs, so let's answer some questions. It's really nice outside. And our first question today comes to us from Pekoar. I'm gonna mispronounce things. I'm sorry if I mispronounce things, just expect that. Pekoar asks, how do you deal with unfriendly teammates? Real simple, I believe in killing people with kindness. I believe that if you're kind to someone for long enough, eventually they will come around to you. If that doesn't work, just straight up ignore them. It doesn't matter, you know? I'm all about bringing people up, not letting other people bring you down. So never let someone bring you down. And if that person is being negative, kill them with kindness, get them to change their attitude that way. My wife, Allie, is the most positive human being I've ever met. She has an aura, a way about herself of just being so kind and pleasant to people that people respond to her and people like her. I'm not nearly as likable as my wife, not even close, but I'm trying to be more likable. I didn't always used to want to kill people with kindness. I used to just get really mad and yell at people, and I found that that really doesn't work for most people. A lot of yelling is effective for me. A lot of yelling and getting angry and being mean can be effective for some people, but I think that most of the time, overwhelming kindness is definitely the way to go. And I love my wife because she is better at that than anyone. The next question comes to us from a user with this already exists, and they asked, how many complete days off do you take in a year? In a year? Well, I take every Sunday off. From no swimming on Sunday, but I'm still active on Sunday. Like, I'm still doing stuff. I've been doing a lot of rock climbing lately. My wife and I have been going rock climbing a lot, so we're still active. I do a lot of recovery-oriented things on Sunday. Like, I do a lot of yoga, I do a lot of stretching. But in terms of, okay, so if I had to put a number to it, how many days off do I take? Count up every Sunday of the year, and then maybe like a week off after the main summer season, and that's about it. Chase Kalish Fan 88 asks, what's your favorite swimming gear? Easily paddles and a black tube. I love poling breaststroke with paddles and the black tube that you guys have seen in my vlogs. Go check those out if you want to see them. Jack Christie asks, Game of Thrones, yes or no? Yes. Duh. Like, who doesn't love Game of Thrones? Duh. Martin Stefanik asks, why don't you cut your hair? Honestly, I like the length of my hair. I like it the way it is. People ask me that all the time. It's just, I started growing it out in college and I like it. Not to mention, one of my coaches is like very superstitious and he'd freak out if I cut my hair. But I like having long hair. I'm gonna keep it long. I'm probably gonna shave my beard soon though. The beard definitely needs to go. It's getting scraggly. AJ_MHD005 asks, do you need to be really built for breaststroke? Absolutely not. You don't need to be really built for any stroke. It's all about strength to body weight ratio and proper technique. Being able to leverage yourself through the water better than anybody else. You know, like for me, I pride myself on having a really efficient stroke because I'm one of the smaller swimmers. You know, when I was in college, I was the smallest guy in the NCAA final almost every single year. With the exception of one guy, a competitor of mine and a good friend, a guy named Richard Funk, who swam breaststroke at Michigan. He was really small. I mean, like, I don't know how much he weighed or anything, but he was a tiny guy. But to answer your question, no, you don't have to be super built for swimming. It certainly helps if you're built like Nathan Adrian and you're super tall. Just like any other sport, being large is a benefit, but it's not a necessity. Splash Mac 22 asks, can you tell the Taste the Rainbow story, please? No. And here's why. I enjoy sharing that story, the Taste the Rainbow story, with people, with a crowd of people when I do clinics and when I'm engaging with people in person. And that's something that I'm just gonna keep to that. It's not something I'm gonna share on this channel, but if I ever do a clinic for people out there, that I will share that story. I love sharing that story. I don't do very many clinics honestly, because it takes away time from swimming. Someday I'm gonna do a lot of them, believe me, like that's coming. Funny enough, I'm actually doing one this weekend. There will be a vlog for next week from this weekend's clinic for a couple of my friends. But anyway, we're getting off topic. Leandro Fido asks, do you like Swedish goggles? No, I'm not a Swedish goggles fan, absolutely not. My teammate Lily King, Olympic gold medalist, she loves Swedish goggles. She still rocks them. You know, they don't fit my face. Not a fan, not a fan. I personally love the Tier Tracer goggles. Those are my favorite. Keedy and Weedy asks, did you ever play another sport while/before you swam? While swimming, my freshman year of high school, I wrestled a little bit. Nothing crazy serious. When I was young, you know, I did t-ball, I did baseball, I did soccer, I did a lot of that stuff. But from about the age of 14 or 15, that's when I really focused on swimming, and it was for a lot of reasons. I liked it the most, and I also had friends there, and that was the biggest reason, was because I had friends. I skateboarded for years. I longboarded. I've got 3 skateboards in my garage right now. I don't ride them because I don't want to risk hurting myself right now. That doesn't really count. That's not really a sport, but it was, you know, kinda. Zoe AW asks, how well do you know Finnerty and beyond? So they're asking about Ian Finnerty. Really well. He is my training partner. I've been training with the kid for years. He just was the first guy to ever break 50 seconds in the 100-yard breaststroke, went 49, set the American NCAA, basically the world record. And yeah, we're bros. So really well. I mean, if you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, like, you'll see us all the time together. And Finn Birkin asks, what's the worst injury you've ever had in your swimming career? I've had multiple injuries. Off the top of my head, the worst one was probably my sophomore year in college. I frayed a rotator cuff from simply overworking it. And for about 2 to 3 weeks, I couldn't really swim. I could only kick on a kickboard. But for about a week, I couldn't exercise at all. And for me, like, I'm a guy who, like, constantly needs to be making progress and doing things. I'm not okay with not doing things. That's why I wake up on Sundays at the same time I wake up on Monday, because I like to do things. I hurt my shoulder, and I was out for close to a month, and it was one of the hardest times because it felt like I wasn't making progress and I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do, which was to just train and work hard. Yeah. I'm gonna do a video about those things. I'm gonna do a video about injuries. I'm gonna talk about all my different injuries. I'm gonna talk about how I dealt with those things. All right, that's gonna be it for today's Q&A session. Thank you for sending in those questions. Keep sending me questions. I'm gonna try to get to as many as I can. I'm gonna do Q&A videos every day this week. My dogs are darting around the yard right now. Make sure you guys are following me on social media. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share these videos. Share my channel. Help my channel grow. And until the next video, I will see you guys later.